We've changed satellite providers, and apparently the communications is restored. Bill, are you with us?
I'm with you. How you doing, Patrick? Hey.
I'm doing good. Flagging Outlook, or flagging Outlook, which is it?
Whichever. Flagging today, flogging tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, flagging today, though.
Flagging today. Flagging emails in Outlook.
Yeah, I think the reason I'm bringing it up is I think a lot of times there are these little itty-bitty goofy features that people get a lot of mileage out of when they discover them, but a lot of people don't discover them.
Okay, 90% of Word users don't use 90% of the features in Word.
Absolutely. Same goes for Outlook. Same thing.
What is flagging?
Okay, flagging is for putting a little tag on a message when it comes in to remind yourself to get back to it. For example, have you ever had one of those days when you get 100 emails in, you got to do something about 6 of them, but you only have time to do 1?
Every day.
I would imagine. So what you can do on at least the other 5 is to put this little tag, this little flag on it that'll pop back up later on and remind you to get back and do that thing.
How do I make the magic work, Bill?
Okay, the easiest way to do it is to open a message and click the little flag that's up on the message toolbar.
There we go. Okay, that's the flag right there.
You got it. Okay.
Do I press the flag?
So you click that little flag there.
I have clicked. Flag for follow-up.
And by golly, it says flag for follow-up. Now you have a couple of choices here.
Okay.
You can, first off, you could just plain click OK and it'll put a flag on it. That's the simplest thing to do.
Wow. What else can I do?
But now, the next thing, if you want to flag a different one, go ahead and click the flag again, or do this one. Actually, it's open.
Okay. We got a new one.
You can also set the thing up so that it will come back at a particular time.
Like?
So if you go down to that do by thing, this is kind of cool. If you click in the do by box and you say, I want to do this tomorrow, just type in the word tomorrow.
Oh,
you don't even have to pick it. No, you can do that if you want. Type in the word tomorrow.
I'm going to try to type that.
Spelling that tends to be a challenge, yeah.
You've worked with me, Bill. You know how I spell.
Everybody does this.
Why don't you spell it for me?
Type this instead. Type in 3 days.
In 3 days.
And then hit tab.
And it's just going to come back in 3 days.
In 3 days, it'll pop back up, bingo, and it'll remind you to do it.
Can I do it like when heck freezes over?
It doesn't do when heck freezes over. No, but it will do 999 years, which is just as close.
You're kidding me.
No, it'll do any number of years. It'll do several thousand years in advance.
So I've got an email message, I flag it, and I can type in due by, what, 999 years?
Yeah, do it in 999 years. It probably will.
It did.
It will tell you what's going on.
Follow up by Friday, June 12, 3001 at 12 a.m. This message was sent with high importance.
That's about when we'll all get to them. Right?
I like this better and better already. What else? I'm in. What else can I do with flags?
Okay, another thing you might look at is you know that you can sort on flags also.
Okay.
If you click on the little flag in your inbox list, you can sort the flagged items from the unflagged items. You probably know the sorting trick.
Okay.
There's still something else. There is a view that just separates out the flagged items from the unflagged items.
How do I do that?
If you click View, Current View, by Follow-Up Flag.
Okay, so I go up here to the top of Outlook, I go to View, Current View, by Follow-Up Flag.
Right.
Look at that. It splits out, basically it splits out my flagged messages.
That's right. And they don't all have to say follow-up. They could say whatever it is, call this person back, ignore this person, whatever. But you can put anything in there.
That reminds me, we have stuff in here on how to vote too, right?
Yeah, voting is a feature that's really best done on an Exchange network, but it allows you to go out and ask people what they take a poll. Basically, take a poll of your colleagues and what you want to do. So the way you do that is just create a new message.
I'm on it.
And there should be an options button there on the toolbar.
That's that big one in the middle.
Yep.
Got it.
That's the one. You click that. One of the choices there ought to be use voting buttons. Yeah, if you click that.
Clicked.
Yep, you click that one.
Approve, reject. Yes or no.
Now before you send that out, pull down that pull down list because you notice there are a couple of choices. And you notice that every set of choices is separated by semicolons. So really, you don't have to use these choices. You could put in anything you want and separate it by semicolons. For example, if you want to send out a message that says, what do you want for lunch, pizza, burgers, or Chinese? You do pizza, semicolon, burger, semicolon, Chinese. And you can put up a vote as to what you want to have for lunch.
I like it.
Big business decisions here, but that's one of those things you can do with this.
And then what happens? So I close that out, I send it.
When you send it to somebody, they get a message that has a little extra toolbar in it that has the choices that you put in there. So when they click one of those buttons in that toolbar, I don't know if you can see that here because you need to have two people.
Okay.
You need to have some. You need to see the mail that actually was received by the other person.
Okay.
But what happens is that you will then get a response from them and even a little tracking tab that'll show you who voted for what and what's winning.
So it'll actually show that in there, and I can basically keep a tally of all 12 people, find out what they want for lunch, and order it for them.
That's right.
I like it.
Yeah, very handy, and it's one of those features that a lot of people overlook.
You have just shown me 3 things I had no clue about, which isn't unusual, but it's always a help. Bill,
it's something that you and your friends can enjoy.
Should you write? We have an article on the website for this?
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Bill. Folks, you'll want to review these steps again at your own pace. Go to thescreensavers.com. You're going to find Bill has listed everything in great and accurate detail, and unlike me, it's properly spelled. All hail Bill Deisel. Bill, thank you very much.